The life of the most notorious Albanian gangster. Have you ever heard about the kings of cocaine, Albanian Gangster? If so, you might have wondered how the Albanian Mafia controls cocaine. The life of an Albanian gangster is more than you think. Today, we're going to see the life of the most notorious Albanian gangster, so stay tuned and watch till the end. The Albanian Mafia, or the Albanian organized crime, are used to refer to criminal gangs with an Albanian base or composed of ethnic Albanians. Albanian organized crime is present throughout the world, including in Asia, the Middle East, and North and South America. The Albanian Mafia engages in a wide range of illegal activities, such as the drug trade, weapons, and people. They are alleged to be in charge of a sizable portion of the $1 billion European wholesale cocaine market and to be the main suppliers of cocaine in many of the continent's major drug hubs, including London. The diverse criminal enterprises that make up Albanian organized crime are notable for their complexity and show a very high level of criminal prowess. Albania has more than 15 mafia families that control organized crime. From as far as East Israel to as far as South America, the Albanian Mafia has monopolized a number of international affiliations. The main takeaway from these reports is that there is a close relationship between politicians and various Albanian Mafia families. The Research Institute for European and American Studies claims that the Albanian Mafia groups are hybrid organizations, meaning they are made up of members from different societal groups and frequently engage in both political and criminal activity. The Albanian Mafia combines the traditional traits of organized crime to rank among the highest crime-generating groups in the world. Albanian Mafia refers especially to various Albanian American organized crime organizations in the United States, including the Radaj organization and the Albanian Boys, both of which have their headquarters in New York City. The Radaj organization, referred to by its members as the Corporation, was founded in Westchester in 1993 and quickly expanded to the Bronx and Queens. According to prosecutors, Alex Radaj and an Italian-American named Nordino Collati, both of whom had connections with the late Gambino soldier Phil Skinny Loscalzo, led the Albanian gang. The degree to which Albanian American criminal organizations are linked to Albanian Mafia organizations in Albania or Europe varies, ranging from being only tangentially or mostly independent of Albanian Mafia organizations in Europe to being essentially American extensions of European Albanian Mafia organizations. After learning from their masters for 15 years, they transformed from smugglers to sought-after drug suppliers, avoiding violence in favor of forging powerful networks of alliances. This is how Albanian criminal organizations operate. According to the National Crime Agency, NCA, a British national security agency, they control a significant portion of the country's cocaine market, which is worth a total of about £6 billion. The establishment of so-called county lines, capillary networks used to transport drugs throughout the United Kingdoms and from major cities into coastal and inland provinces, have also been favored by the Albanian criminal organizations, according to the NCA. Criminal organizations from both abroad and within Albania use these commercial routes. The police conducted a series of raids throughout the territory in October 2021 alone, arresting 1,468 people, seizing drugs and money worth more than $2 million, and taking 49 guns from an arsenal. Government statistics show that organized crime costs the UK's economy about $37 billion annually. This number, however, only provides a partial picture of the phenomenon because it ignores the money that has been used to launder criminal proceeds and then sold to legitimate businesses. But how did the Albanian Mafia succeed in making a name for itself in the UK's criminal underworld? Their settlement's history dates back to the 1990s and is frequently linked to the Kosovo War, which resulted in the displacement of over 1 million people between 1998 and 1999. Thousands of Kosovars fled the nation in search of safety in neighboring and European nations. The vast majority eventually settled in Tirana, Albania. British investigators claim that during those years, many of the refugees who crossed the border into Britain in search of asylum were Albanian citizens who claimed to be Kosovars in order to receive preferential treatment. There is currently no clear estimate of the number of Albanian citizens living in the UK. According to a rough estimate published in 2019 by the National Statistics Office, there are 29,000 Kosovars and 47,000 Albanians living in the nation. However, 3,071 people of Albanian origin requested political asylum in the nation in the year of the pandemic alone, according to databases maintained by the British government. Their ruling in the UK also started with a business plan that was straightforward in concept but sufficiently bold to overthrow the established order. International importers of cocaine have long operated independently from its wholesalers and gangs. The purity of the drug affected the pricing structure. The higher the purity, the more expensive it was. The entire model was discarded by the Albanians. They started direct talks with the coca production cartels in Colombia. Huge shipments directly from South America were planned. Supply chains were managed internally. When rivals thought they were saving money by purchasing cocaine from Dutch wholesalers at a price of $25,500 per kilo, Intelligence gathered by British experts showed that the Albanians were actually purchasing the drug from the cartels for between $4,600 and $6,300 per kilo. The Albanians increased the purity of cocaine while lowering its price. More substantial shipments were delivered to the UK. Tony Saggers, who spent 30 years analyzing the patterns of the global drug economy as a former head of drug treatment and intelligence at the National Crime Agency, stated, "What they have done is very intelligent, to say the least." Albanian criminal organizations have gradually accumulated wealth. The typical drug dealer in Britain seeks to profit as quickly as possible and at all costs. Instead, criminal organizations in Albania have discovered that the profit margins are significantly high to permit them to cut the price of the substance at the sale in half without lowering the quality. The use, production, and economy of cocaine have all been significantly impacted by the Albanian effect. The drug is purer than it has been in 10 years and is cheaper than it has ever been in the UK, which has resulted in record-breaking fatalities. The UK has the youngest users in the world. In general, much larger and more frequent shipments of the drug have been stopped as they enter the UK due to record-breaking levels of cocaine production in South America, which is up 31% since 2016. Albanians, an adversary of the Albanian gangs, initially found it difficult to compete due to their inferior, more expensive product. They have had no choice but to purchase cocaine from the Mafia Skipter. They have chosen the path of reasonable prices and high quality. It made a profit of about $30 billion prior to the pandemic. Every criminal organization wants to get its hands on the enormous amount. A kilogram of cocaine cost around $40,000 10 years ago, and the year before COVID-19, the price had fallen to under $30,000. In order to maintain their position in the market, Albanian organizations forced their rivals to adjust to the new prices. Then, as they turned their attention to Latin America, they were discovered contacts and opportunities despite the region's long-standing dominance by Drangheta brokers. Their profit increased. Most powerful criminals in Albania have been able to establish themselves in Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Panama. Cocaine can be purchased in South America for $4,000 per kilogram, and once it reaches European ports, it can be sold for $30,000 per kilogram thanks to the extensive network of dishonest port operators and officials in some of Europe's most significant maritime commercial hubs. The Albanian Mafia has been successful in positioning its accomplices inside the ports, particularly in Rotterdam, Antwerp, and Algeciras, allowing them to easily avoid security checks. The largest foreign population is found in the English and Welsh prisons, where there are approximately 1,500 inmates of Albanian nationality. To transfer some prisoners to the land of eagles and conclude their sentence there, the government and the Albanian government signed a contract at the end of July of 2021. The bling and violence of Albanians' high life have fueled tensions within the Albanian community, especially the police intimidation. Gang members can be seen surrounding a Metro patrol car in the Hood Life video. According to Kazim, this is against their Albanian culture. Some of the more prestigious international drug traders dislike this behavior. It makes their activities public. They want to operate covertly while making money. The Albanian Mafia has a broad criminal portfolio that includes a range of ways to launder money. As a result, tracking down their assets is very difficult. According to Saggers, they keep them well hidden from their eyes. British investigators claim that exporting cash abroad, especially at home, is the most common method they employ. They do this by using well-known money transfer services like Western Union or MoneyGram, which make it simple to send money without disclosing private information. Recent U.S. investigations have revealed that Mexican narcos are using similar scheme to launder the proceeds from the sale of cocaine in North America. Some claim that another effect of the Albanian model is that it has made cocaine more accessible to smaller, younger street gangs, which has increased knife crime and drug-related disputes. According to a recent report by the London Borough of Waltham Forest, gangs were switching from intra-postal conflicts to commercial ventures centered on cocaine trafficking. Although his family claims he had no gang affiliation, 14-year-old Jaden Moody was killed in the borough on Tuesday during a targeted attack. While this is going on, the Albanians' gangster life has never been simpler to recruit teenagers as long as the Mafia Skipter continues to deliver their cocaine. As a result of their organized crime, they are now well known worldwide. Who knows what will happen to them later? Well, that just about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you later.